Justin Price, and I'm the creator of the biomechanics method, which provides corrective exercise education for health and fitness professionals. Now, as a corrective exercise specialist, my clients come to see me in chronic pain, wanting to decrease their pain so they can get back to doing the things they enjoy, whether it be gardening, playing with the kids, or playing professional sports. Now, you might have seen ViPR being used in a lot of dynamic environments, but today I want to teach you how I use ViPR in the corrective exercise setting as a rehabilitation tool to have the end goal of improving function. Now, in corrective exercise, there are three important points to remember in any exercise program you design. The exercises for the client need to be easy to understand. This is so they'll see a reason why they're doing the exercises, and then also have a reason to do them for homework so that they do them on a consistent basis and get better. The exercises also need to have a scientific basis, or they actually need to address the underlying issues, which these exercises I'm going to show you are going to do today. They also need to have progressions and regressions so that if a client can't do an exercise, they don't feel stupid that their body doesn't work right, so you can regress it, build their confidence so they can move into the progression exercises as well. So the first exercise we're going to do when you're going to decondition a client that may have pain or may be dysfunctional is they need to learn how to brace. Bracing enables the body to turn on muscles and respond to the environment. So for example, when you go to grab, say, a case of water out of the trunk of the car, the body needs to turn on to stabilize the spine, the rib cage, and pelvis, and so forth. So with the ViPR, what you can do in bracing, you can hold it, and if you're a trainer, you're going to have the client step towards you, and they're going to simply brace against you, pushing against them. I'll show you what I mean against this wall. So what's going to happen if you're right here, you're just going to put your hands up and you're going to brace against this. So you're pushing up against the ViPR. So it's step, and you can do the other side, step. With feet together, it's a little bit more difficult. So having the feet in a split stance helps dissipate the shock. You can regress that by simply kneeling, because now there's a shorter length and you're a little bit closer to your center of mass, so it's a little bit easier for the client. Making it more difficult is you simply come up higher, because now you're moving away from your center. The body has to stabilize a load further away from the center. So you start with some bracing techniques, and you can do all planes of motion in that. So you can move slightly to the side as they step, slightly to this side, and so forth. So once a client feels comfortable with bracing and they don't have any aches and pains, you can move on to teaching the body how to reach or how to move away from its center. In doing that, it enables the body to lengthen muscles so the body can decelerate itself to those positions. For example, when you go to, say, reach down to clean your teeth in the morning and someone might have a back pain, you're moving away. If your center of mass is right now underneath your feet, as you start to move forward, your center of mass tips forward. So muscles have to lengthen in the back of the body to slow you from falling forward. And that happens in all three planes of motion when you're moving throughout the day. And if your body can't do that, you get stressed to joints or other muscles take the load. So we're going to do ViPR in three planes of motion, teaching the body the muscles to lengthen, to slow down stress to the joints. First thing you're going to do is in the sagittal plane, or the front back plane, and all you can do is simply teach your client to just step and reach forward. So now we're loading all these muscles that come up the back of the left side and all the way onto the right side. You can do opposite, or you can do same side. And that's sagittal plane, and you can do this side, or you can step here. You can obviously make it more difficult if you just want to tip it and then they can catch it, because that catching is more load and those muscles have to kick in a little bit more. You can regress this simply by putting it up on a chair. Now they're not having to reach so far down, are they? So you simply start here, other side, and you can mess around with that. Obviously that's our regression. A progression would be simply standing on one leg. So now you don't have the other leg to help you out, and that's a progression, sorry. Stepping would be a progression, anything that increases the load and the lever length, or how much further you have to reach. So sagittal plane, which is obviously front to back. We want to move into the frontal plane, which is side to side. All we're going to do is just gently reach. So same thing we're going to do when we do the forward motion, is just reaching. Now you're turning on all those lateral muscles, so like people that have problems getting out of the car, moving laterally, or maybe going to step to hit a tennis forehand, because you're having to decelerate this motion from here to here, so you can decelerate to then reach to set yourself for the forehand. So you've got step is a progression, adding a little bit more load. Regression, you can put it up on a chair to make this less of a lever length. If you want to make it a little bit more, turn the spine as well, you can now start to use the opposite arm and obviously tipping it is even further. So that's our frontal plane. Transverse plane, you can pick up the ViPR, which is keeping the mass close to your spine, and you can just step and turn. So this is mimicking things you do when you walk and run, and step the other way. So we're turning on glutes, all the muscles that stabilize the foot, the lats, all the muscles that cross your lower back. So now you're actually teaching the muscles to slow down force as your body turns. If you want to progress that, you obviously just increase the lever length. So now you can step and turn, step and turn. Regressions are simply, you could just hold the ViPR so there's a much less lever length, and you can gently turn like this way, or obviously putting it on a chair and so forth, and just reaching across as you go. So there's so many ways that you can use a ViPR with people that are deconditioned. The ViPR is not just for athletes and all these strong people that you'll see in the gym. It actually enables people to build their confidence by first bracing and responding to the environment, and then starting for them to build their confidence as they reach away from themselves and moving until eventually they can progress to the more dynamic, fun activities that are going to mimic sports, build their confidence and get them back to doing the things that they love to do. So that's using ViPR for rehab to improve function. We'll see you next time. Thank you.